even after you got elected, like Labour had a very busy few weeks after that because Brendan Howlin subsequently stepped down as Labour leader, and you were one of the 2 TDs, I believe, was to nominate Alan Kelly.
Yeah.
How describe maybe what was the atmosphere like with Labour at that time? Did you all know that Brendan was going to step down, or was it a complete shock?
No, I didn't have time to catch breath to even think about it. It was so quick. I suppose in hindsight, it might have looked obvious that Brendan would have stepped down, but it just seemed to happen at breakneck speed. Like I went in that day to Leinster House to, I think it was to sign the register or whatever it was. It was very soon after, and we had a parliamentary party meeting, and then Brendan just announced it there and then we were over in Buswell's half an hour later for a press conference for him to announce that he was stepping down. So it was absolutely, as I mentioned, I had other things going on where my head was at. Yeah. So I it wasn't shock and kind of disbelief, and I was personally a bit detached from it as well. I think because I was new, if there were any conversations going on or anything, I wasn't part of them, so I had no inkling that it was going to happen. And I was very disappointed. I feel Brendan Howlin, I think history within the party will judge him very well because he did an awful lot of things to steady the ship. And we had a very good local elections last year, which kind of goes underreported. We sent out 36 sitting councillors. We came back with 57. Like we got an awful lot of councillors elected. We got a lot of new councillors elected. Like Brendan was a big part of making sure we were organisationally sound for that. We had a decent by-election, like I did well, John Maher did well in Cork, George Lawler did well in Wexford. So we felt we were actually in good shape going into the general election, and it just didn't happen for us. I think the way things happened with the way the election, and we may talk about that, we just didn't catch a thread in that, and turned out to be a difficult election for us. But I think, and Brendan, for me personally, working in the office with Brendan Ryan, I when we were in government, I didn't see Brendan Howlin because he was a minister, but I got to see him up close over the last number of years and see how hard he worked, to see how committed he was to the party. And with Brendan, no matter what the public perception of him is, no matter what anyone says about him, I've never met someone who's more committed to the Labour Party, and it was the Labour Party first and getting the Labour Party back to health. That was his sole political motivation over the last 4 years, and he put his heart and soul into it, and I feel he got a bit unlucky more than anything else with the result of the general election. It certainly wasn't a reflection, I don't think, on his work or his commitment to the party. So look, when he left, then it was decision time, and there was a feeling that we had to move quickly with a leadership contest in some fashion. We couldn't delay that. You need to get things going because we can't spend too long without a leader. And things just seemed to take on momentum of their own after that.